Hi guys and welcome back to another Final Fantasy 7 Remake video. So last night things got a bit crazy on the remake front. There were major leaks involving the release of the demo, the release of characters that are yet to be announced, and the actual ending of the whole game. So it's been quite a crazy few hours, and today, is the calm after the storm. And I just wanted to go over a few, I suppose, pros, cons, ramifications going forward, and also interact with all you guys regarding it, because I know the community is pretty split, and I suppose it's just a great opportunity to just put some things into perspective. But just before we do get into the video, if you didn't already know, I am running a giveaway. I am going to give a copy away of the game on the PlayStation 4. It'll probably be a digital copy, and all you've got to do to be in a chance with winning a copy of the game is simply subscribe to the channel. So with that being said, let's mosey. So just before we do start, I will obviously just confirm, like the thumbnail suggests, there will be no spoilers whatsoever within this video. I won't leak any of the characters, any of the other images that were leaked, and I won't talk about specific details with what was in the demo. But to be honest, I will start with the demo. Some people aren't really phased that this is leaked because we kind of knew we were getting the demo at some point soon. That was common knowledge. Well, I say it was common knowledge, I suppose the files were sourced or data mined, so to speak, and people were aware that it had been uploaded to the PlayStation Store. So there was a lot of people openly discussing that the demo was a thing. But what a lot of the community didn't appreciate was the fact that the whole demo was released all over the internet. I mean, it's pretty much a carbon copy from 1997 in a way, just with with a few slight tweaks. So you see the opening cutscene where zooms out to Midgar. It goes to Cloud jumping on the train. We've all seen that. There are little elements that have changed to what we've seen in the trailers, which are pretty cool, I'm not going to lie. And I suppose they had to make slight change, to fit in the new dynamics that the remake's going to need to make the game successful. There's things available now when it comes to production that they will have had to add. They can't just show, a black screen with a train coming in and a guy jumping off. They need to do a full cinematic experience for everybody, and they absolutely nailed it from start to finish. In fact, the whole demo was, a beautiful thing. It had the excitement, it had the anticipation. It's all there. I played it in '97. I played it, numerous times over the years. I did feel like I was getting a new game. The gameplay looks lovely and smooth. The general enemies that you will have seen in '97 or whenever you played it look really good. The music, the music absolutely makes it. They nailed the new versions of all the original tracks. And the transition from cutscenes to action scenes was smooth. Everything about the whole demo was beautiful. But it's just the fact, obviously, that there's people out there in the community who didn't play it in '97 who kind of want to go into the game blind and just enjoy it from a consumer level. But we'll get into all that a bit later on. So me personally, when all the images, for instance, of the characters and gameplay scenes that we haven't seen yet started just appearing all over social media, I must admit, I just got carried away with all the excitement. I started sharing images all over Twitter, and I just didn't take a minute to think about the ramifications of doing that. And it was one of my subscribers, his name's Aaron Hall, lovely guy. But yeah, he basically messaged me and said, well, take a step back and think about what you're doing. And at first I was like, well, what do you mean? It's a few leaks. Obviously, from my point of view, it's a great thing to be able to bring my community new information. And then it was just a case of making me aware of what I was doing. And to be honest, if you think about it, it was great that I individually seen all these images and I've been seeing the demo. From my personal point of view, individually, I wanted to see stuff like this. And I'm sure there's many people out there that when they seen them, they got really hyped about it, they enjoyed everything that they seen. But we've got to take into consideration that we are a community, and there's a lot of people, and I mean, obviously now I know how many, but there's a lot of people who literally did not want any spoilers that were not released by Square Enix, which, because it's fair enough. So from my point of view, after thinking about it, I took all the images down. I apologised for putting them up. And I suppose if I've got Square Enix and the community's best interests at heart, you know, I shouldn't be sharing it with the community, because at the end of the day it's forcing it on everyone that trusts me as a news source. And you know, there's individuals out there who just don't want to know. So after, you know, 20 minutes of absolute hysteria and, you know, of getting a bit too carried away, I noticed I wasn't the only one. You know, there was a lot of people who basically just, you know, well, we came together as a community, we deleted all the leaks, and we swore an online oath, you know, on Twitter that we'd stand by Square Enix and not share anything that's not being shared by them. And it was quite a really good testament of how strong, you know, the Final Fantasy community is. And like, for me, if you want to go out and check obviously all these images and all this leaked gameplay out, fair enough. You know, every individual has got a different preference about what they want to know and what they don't want to know going into March. And as I say, personally, me, I welcomed the images. I really got so stoked about them, but that's not to say that the people who trust me as a news source want to see them as well. So from a YouTube point of view, I won't be sharing any of the leaks until they're actually released by Square, which I'm sure you'll appreciate. And you know, I can't stress enough, if you really want to see these images and see this gameplay, by all means go and check it out, but keep it to yourself. You know, don't go sharing it out there, because there's a lot of people who've like spent so long, and we're talking years, that this game's in production, that simply do not want the game to be spoiled at such a late stage. And as for the characters, you know, the you know, if anybody's worried, they all look amazing. You know, everything we've seen from start to finish, to be honest with the game, I don't think I've actually heard a bad word said about anything we've already seen or any of these leaks, you know. And I suppose from a community point of view, that's a good positive that, you know, it's come out of it. It's a great advert, I suppose, for people who do want to see these type of things. And from a marketing point of view, to a certain extent, you know, personally myself, I cannot wait for March now after seeing them. But I'm like everybody else. I won't say anything else on them, but you can rest assured that they all look stunning. And you know, it's just I just can't wait for March. And we'll wrap this video up now, but just finally, I wanted to mention obviously the ramifications going forward. You know, Square are obviously not going to be happy with what's happened. They'll probably take some actions. I don't know if it'll be along the lines of their working habits, you know, but maybe Sony and Square's, well, how they do business may change. I think there will be massive repercussions to that extent. I don't know on future episodes if we'll ever see a demo again. I think that's just out the window. I think everything will be kept in-house now, so yeah, I suppose it's a case of watch this space with that and see how Square react, because they're yet to talk about it. They're obviously shocked. You know, it's been said on social media that Nomura and devs are not happy with what's happened. I know they go physically back into work on Monday, so the 6th of January. And I suppose we can just wait till then to maybe see some type of statement from themselves, but I can strongly suggest that there will be massive repercussions from what's happened. And yeah, that's it really. If you have seen them, or you have seen them after watching this video, please don't comment any links down below. It's not fair. I hope you guys and the people who are subscribed to me understand that the community that we're in, we have a responsibility. And I suppose, you know, YouTubers and other influencers have a responsibility to make sure we're selective with what we release. So yeah, I'm just going to say that I won't be releasing anything leaked going forward, because I've got to put yourselves, the community, Square Enix, at the forefront of what I do. And if I want to be professional, that's just, I suppose, the way I've got to go about it. But yeah, that's it for today. Don't forget to subscribe for the giveaway and for future videos. Until next time, take care.